There is a door at the bottom of the world, and it is only a great gray boulder set into the side of a hill. You could walk past it in the daylight and never know, but press your ear to the cold of it, and you will hear her, a voice you loved once, speaking from the other side, very close, telling you to come in. And the worst thing about that voice is that it is true. She really is there. She is waiting, and she will never, ever let you leave. The Land of Gloom. The Japanese did not picture their land of the dead at the bottom of a long road or across a wide black river. They put it close, just on the other side of a single hill, behind one boulder, near enough to call through. They called it Yomi, the Land of Gloom. And the first story they tell about it is a love story, which is exactly why it is the most frightening one they have. In the beginning, there were two gods who made the world together. Izanagi and his wife Izanami. They made the islands, they made the seas and the rivers and the wind. And then Izanami gave birth to fire. And the fire that she bore burned her, and she sickened, and she died. The first death in all of creation was a mother, dying as she gave the world its warmth. And Izanagi could not bear it. He went down after her, down through the dark, to the door at the bottom of the world, and he stood before the boulder and he called to her, and she answered. From the gloom on the other side, her voice came, tired and far away, and she told him the truth, that he had come too late, that she had already eaten the food of that place, and once you eat the food of the dead, you belong to the dead. But she loved him, so she said she would go and beg the gods of Yomi to release her, and she gave him one command. One, wait here, and whatever you do not look at me. He waited in the dark, and he waited, and the silence stretched, and the cold pressed in, and he could not stand it any longer. So he broke off a tooth from the comb in his hair, and he set it alight as a single small torch, and he stepped through the boulder into the land of the dead, holding up that one weak flame to find his wife. And he found her. What the little flame showed him was not the woman he had married. The body lying in the dark was already turning. Maggots moved in it and made a sound. And coiled around it in the rot were 8 great thunders. 8 thunder gods grown out of her ruin, one in her head, one in her breast, one in her belly, in each hand, in each foot. 8 living storms feeding on what she had become. This is the image at the heart of it. He had come for love, and he had brought a light, and the light showed him what waiting in the dark really looks like. It looks like the truth about the body of someone you love, and it is the one thing you were told never to see. Izanagi screamed, and he ran. And that, the looking and the running, is the unforgivable thing in this myth. Because Izanami woke, and the shame of being seen like that by the one person she had wanted to spare it turned in an instant into something older than love. She rose from the dark, and she cried out the words that doomed him. You have shamed me. And she sent the land of the dead after her husband. First, she sent the Yomotsu-shikome, the Hags of Yomi, the foul women of the Underworld. They came pouring up out of the gloom after the small fleeing light, and they were fast, faster than a living man, and they did not tire. Izanagi ran for the slope that climbs back toward the world, and as he ran, he tore the black vine band from his hair and threw it down behind him. And where it struck the ground, it burst into wild grapes, and the hags fell upon the fruit and devoured it, because the dead are always hungry. He gained a little ground. Then they came on again. So he pulled the comb from his hair and broke its teeth and flung them down, and the teeth sprang up as bamboo shoots. And again the hags stopped to tear them out of the earth and eat. He bought his life one handful at a time, throwing pieces of himself behind him to a hunger that could not be filled. But Izanami was not finished. She sent the 8 thunders, and behind them she sent the army of Yomi itself. 1,500 warriors of the land of the dead, a host of the gloom, swarming up the dark slope after one living man with a guttering flame. He reached the top. The even pass of Yomi, the flat slope that is the border between the dead and the living, the only seam between the two worlds. And there, growing beside the pass, he found 3 peaches. He seized them and he turned and he threw them down into the oncoming dead. And the host of Yomi broke and recoiled and fled back down into the dark. Whatever else the dead can stand, they cannot stand the peaches at the border of the world. And then Izanagi did the thing the whole myth has been moving toward. He took a boulder, a rock it would take 1,000 men to lift, and he dragged it across the mouth of the pass, and he sealed the land of the dead away from the land of the living, forever. And from the far side of that stone, his wife spoke to him one last time, not the woman who made the world with him, the queen of the dead now, the great deity of Yomi, and she made him a promise. "If you keep me sealed here," she said, "then every single day I will reach into your world and strangle 1,000 of the living. 1,000 a day, forever." And on his side of the stone, Izanagi answered her. "Then every day," he said, "I will see to the birth of 1,500. And that cold arithmetic spoken through a rock by 2 people who once made the world together is the Japanese answer to the oldest question. Why do people die? Because at the bottom of the world there is a door, and a woman behind it who was wronged, and every day she keeps her promise, 1,000 at a time." The boulder sealed the old gloom away, but the dead still had to go somewhere. And in the ages that followed, the people came to believe that the road of the dead ended in a court. And at the head of that court sat the one the living feared most by name, Enma, the great king, the judge of the dead. Picture the journey ending there. You have died. You have crossed the gray country, and at the end of it you are brought, small and alone, before a throne. And on the throne sits a vast figure in the robes of a king, with a red and terrible face, and eyes that have already read you. This is Enma, the great king, and his task is simple and total. He decides where you go, and he cannot be lied to. Because beside his throne stands the thing that should keep you honest while you still have breath to be honest with. A mirror. The mirror of the dead. When your turn comes and you stand before Enma and try, as everyone tries, to make your life sound better than it was, to leave out the cruelty, to dress up the cowardice, to forget the ones you hurt, he does not argue with you. He simply turns you toward the mirror. And the mirror does not show your face. It shows your life. Every wrong thing you ever did, played back in front of you exactly as it happened, with nothing softened and nothing left out, while you stand there and watch yourself be the worst version of who you were. The dead cannot look away from it. There is no comb-tooth flame to blow out. There is no boulder to drag across it. There is only the record, and the king who has already seen it, asking you gently whether you would like to revise your account. And whatever the mirror shows, Enma reads the sentence. The registers of the dead are open. Every name has its column. And the kings of that court are said to keep adding to a great scroll the full weight of every life, so that when you arrive, your judgment is not a question. It is a reading. They are only telling you what you already are. This is what the people of the islands understood. And it is more intimate than fire and colder than any river. That the land of the dead is not far away. It is close. One hill, one boulder, one wrong look away. And the thing waiting in it is not a stranger. It is someone you knew who was wrong and remembers. And that at the very end, no one will need to accuse you of anything. They will simply hold up a mirror and make you watch. But far to the north and west, past the edge of the warm world, there was a colder people who pictured the land of the dead as exactly that. A cold place. A dark island ringed by a great black river that never freezes and never slows, where a grim fairy woman waits, and her drowned son sets iron nets across the current so that nothing living that swims in ever swims back out. They believed a living hero once went there to steal the words of the dead, and that the river took its price. Death Gods, Episode 7. The River of the Dead. Don't let the fire go out.